All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about spam. As we mentioned in our notes, the Mail Marshal spam release summary, such as this one here, this Noeka product is going away. So these, whatever was caught in this spam filter, will be going away and could potentially enter your inbox. What do you need to do when looking for spam? For example, here's this Chemical Concepts fraud prevention notice, and they're encouraging me to switch my payment method. Uh, that seems fishy. When I click it, there are a few things I'll notice that need to be noticed if you're going to think about whether or not to reply to this or not. Number one, it says external. So this badge is telling you that the email address came from outside the district. This is important because essentially sometimes they will try and hide something in the name. Maybe they'll call it, Mike Daring or Andy Sprang, someone that we know, and it'll actually be a email from somewhere else. So the external badge is important. That's a good tell. Number two, if you're confused, always try and look down here at the information and see if there's anything uh, suspicious, weird email address, anything like that. Once you've kind of looked at it, if you're not sure, I would definitively not click any attachments or download any attachments if you're not sure. This one particularly was scanned by Gmail, and they don't think it's necessarily malicious or dangerous, but this is something you have to be careful with. You can see it has an unsubscribe, so potentially this could just be junk mail, but we're going to treat it like spam. So if we go up in the upper right hand corner and we hit the three dots next to the email, I have some choices. Number one, I can block this email address. If this is an email address I no longer want to have access to any of my accounts, I can press block and it's going to block that email address from coming in. Number two, I could go down here and unsubscribe if I wanted to. That's an option. Number three, I could report it as phishing. Number four, I can report it as spam. So for example, let's just say I want to hit report it as spam. It's going to give me some options to help prevent future spam. Tell us why you reported this email. It's just spam. I don't want emails like this. It's dangerous. It looks like a scam or a virus or attempt to steal some info. Or I don't want to be contacted by, and this is going to block along with report. So if I decide to do the phishing, it's basically the same options, but it's just straight up, I want to report this as phishing. If I hit block, it's going to ask me, do I want to block this in the future? Any future messages will be marked as spam and will be moved to the spam folder. Spam folder is on the left. You can see spam ends up in there. So if something has gotten through to your inbox, those are options that you have. If you have any questions about an email and what you can or should be doing about it, never hesitate to ask.